Hi there, hope you're doing well. So the work is complete, and this is the dashboard that I'm planning to give you. Let me first go ahead and kind of give you demo first on the data sheet, and then I'll come to this particular dashboard, and we can go ahead. So currently, what I've done here is with respect to the number of customers, I've got about 10 customers, and all of these are kind of coming from a drop down here. But actually we don't need it, because basically I don't see a reason why you would need a drop down, but I've just given that just in case to start with. But if you wanted to remove it, I can remove it before sharing the file back to you. So starting with the thing itself, so you can see here these are the number of pallets that each customer is going to have. Just so that, let's say, if you want to go ahead and have consistency, that's the whole reason why we need sort of a drop down. So basically this is what is feeding all the drop downs which you see here. So all you need to do is, if you go ahead and change this to test or something, and you click here, and you'll have a drop down which will be automatically updated in there. So one thing you might have to note here is, you can see I have modified customer 3, but you can see the value is still there, which means that whatever selected data will still remain. So you may want to select that and change it. It's like, it wouldn't overwrite it. It's like a feature where, let's say, you have old customers where coming in and going out. So this method will allow you to have multiple customers. Right now I've just set it to work with 10 customers, and you can actually have more than 10, for the matter of fact, up to about 25, 30, as long as the dashboard allows you in terms of supporting and everything. So we'll come to that, but it does support dynamic updates on the thing. So pallets, cost per pallet, again, this is a free text, almost everything except this one gives you a free text, and this one is your overall pallet house, like whatever is there. Now, and this gets calculated automatically based on this information and available information. So when you enter the data itself, you'll be able to see it. The total cost is right here, and the revenue here. Now, there's something that I actually wanted to keep you posted about, how total warehouse percentage kind of works. So let's say, if I select here, you can see here the sum is coming up to 86 percentage, right? The main reason here is, you would by default expect that to be 100%, but that isn't the case. The reason being, we are trying to calculate this particular information based on the warehouse thing, which means that if I calculate the percentage based on the totals, then you'll get 100 percentage. So which also means that currently the the total occupant, you would say occupied thing is 86 percentage. So don't get alarmed when you see that here. In the dashboard, however, what I've done here is to give a split up of how, I mean, what who actually contributes more and who contributes less. So that's what I have done, and you can see that sum is coming up to 100. So let me know if I need to add one more chart at the bottom, maybe only for this information. Pretty much that is pretty much how the thing is. One more thing that I could probably kind of give you here is uh, for data entry is, I can give you sort of a form like this, where you will be able to easily enter the data. So this form actually kind of allows you to go ahead and enter the data new, next, and you can even update it as much as you can. You can delete rows, you can enter new data. So if you click new, everything will get cleared. So when you go ahead and enter the data, and if you hit enter, it would go ahead and get updated. So for this, this is not actually included in the budget that we spoke about for this particular form, but let me know if that is needed. I can include it. I just wanted to sort of give you a demo on what it is. One thing you may want to choose, I mean, understand here is like some of the fields are not editable. That's the reason being it has a formula. So basically, if you enter this thing, this will be updated here directly, and it wouldn't allow you to edit the formula. I mean, there is something called criteria here, but I wouldn't recommend you to do any what to say updates in here in terms of the formula, but you can still do that. But my suggestion is if you still wanted to do that, you can go ahead and edit the formulas. Just enable the formula key right here, and you can go ahead and see. So I can actually put a sort of a coloring so that you'll know whether there is any formula or not. So that's pretty much how so you'll know what to enter and what not to enter based on the uh, formula. So but you can see that it's there. Now coming to the dashboard itself, so let's go back to the thing. So this is the let's put it back. So this is the starting dashboard. So you can see this starts with the overall count, and this gets you the occupied thing, availability thing, and this gets occupied based on the available, and almost everything is like kind of dynamic. One thing you might have to do is like after updating the data is like come here and click on refresh so that the data here gets updated. So this one gives you a revenue perspective per customer, cost wise. So that's pretty much what this eventually does. So moving on to the number of pallets, each customer's contribution on each pallet, that's here, and the percentage of contribution within the current occupied one. Remember, this is not a warehouse thing, but if you want a warehouse thing, I can do it. But remember, this will be at the moment based on the data, it will be only 86%. And this one gives you an revenue and the cost. So this is the one which is updated here, and this one gives you a pallet count and the cost, basically split up. So let me know if there is anything else I need to go ahead and add. I'll send out the file to you. Okay, thank you very much and have a good day. Bye bye.